Ah, welcome to Radio Free Endor, and my name is Jamie, and with me is Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Very well, thank you. Very well. No liquids have been spilt on laptops today.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Do you know? I'm just thinking I can still hear some music, unless that was my oh, it's my phone. It was my phone. I was just thinking, oh, I can hear some music. So, Chris, how are you doing? So your PC's better now, is it?
Yeah, I gave it a airing, and all in all, it was fine the next day.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, as promised, we are back. This is the because we did quite a long episode last time, and I managed to post it. It's on iTunes and Spotify and all them lot for you to listen for the last one. I posted that sort of I think yesterday, so I thought I have to post it. So today we are covering two more episodes of the Bad Batch in the Bad Batch report. So we are going to be covering today, Bad Territory and The Harbinger, which I watched today. I've not watched any more apart from that. I'm going from two at a time, sort of thing. Did you watch them, Chris?
Yes. I have. Yes, I have seen them.
Oh, that's cool. Hi, Raw Farm Boy. Here's my Star Wars friends in the UK. Yep, we're back as promised. Please enjoy the show and butt in whenever you want, Raw Farm Boy, because you're always good source of information. There you go. Oh, he's coming in. Nice, all caught up this very day. Cool. Is that you're caught up all the episodes? Have they finished now, Chris? Have they done, or are they still
No,
going?
it's up the penul today. Yesterday the penultimate final came out.
Oh my god. Would that be Flash Strike?
I think so.
Flash Strike. Yeah. And the last one, I'm just looking now, is the cavalry has arrived on May the 1st, so we've got to get them in. Got to get them in. But for us, it's these two, which is episode 8 and episode 9. So we'll be covering them. But before that, let's cover some news. We got some news, Chris. Let's have some news.
I think so.
Yeah. What you got? You've always
First,
got something.
I do, and it's always one of my favorite companies to cover.
Yeah.
And we have seen already that there is a brand new Lego set coming for May the 4th. So let me
Ooh.
pull it up now. There's a few things coming out for May the 4th.
Okay.
But one of the main ones is the brand new TIE Interceptor.
Can you bring it up on the screen?
Yes, I can.
There we go.
Um,
So look at this bad boy.
I'm just trying to find a I was gonna
A
try
big
and find
screen of pictures.
like a like the store page, but it's not up yet.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go with a YouTube video. So here we
Even
go.
better. Let's have a
So
look.
um, I guess the first question I have is here we go.
How did these
What
people get this if
noise?
it's not up?
Hmm?
How did these people get this if it's not out yet?
Reviewer, Lego reviewer.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Go on then.
What noise does a TIE Interceptor make?
It makes this noise. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can see from the built Lego set of right here that there's a very this one is a previous TIE Interceptor, and this is the
Ooh.
UCS one.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
good.
it's
Yeah.
even got an interior. Really looks quite cool actually, with loads of new parts, all stickered. It's got
Ooh.
you can see in it, you know. So I think they've done it really, really well. You got um, a minifigure.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called now.
A TIE pilot.
TIE
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 pilot.
Pilot, yeah.
TIE fighter pilot. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, there is some, the criticisms that obviously with all these things are like there is stickers,
Those stickers are
you would
ace.
think
Yeah.
when sets are expensive that, they would just,
Print
print
them on the
on.
bricks. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But,
agree.
not many stickers. So I think that's okay. But yeah, this set is coming out on May the 4th.
Hmm.
You can go on to the Lego website now, and I think sign up for preview
Yeah.
to get obviously early access. It also
Hmm.
comes with a mouse droid if you've not
Oh,
seen it.
oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
yeah. Let's see if we can find a better picture of it. There you go, a mouse droid in its thing. That is really really cool. But there is actually something else that I saw today on the
Yeah.
Lego store that
Yeah.
I'm going to find. But basically, you can see, look here, early access. So if you become a member, you can get early access. But it was the Lego Star Wars. It's not actually a set. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars. Uh, Here we go. This, I don't know when this was announced. Um, Let me change my screen so we can take a look at
Mm.
this. So I
Okay.
don't know when this was announced, but the first time I saw this was today. And this
Right.
this is really, really cool.
What is
So
that?
what this is it's a book
Yeah.
with all the different drawings and how they mod them out.
Oh, man. That is way cool. And it's like, shows you all the production photos and sketches for how they got created each one of these
Exactly.
models. That is
Exactly.
amazing.
It is a bit
Oh,
pricey of a book,
yeah, yeah.
but, it
Oh,
comes in a
man.
nice, like book sleeve, book box.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, I think this comes out as well on, May the 4th.
my God.
I
I'd
don't know what else comes
love
out on
to
May the
get one of
4th.
them
Um, yeah,
to oh, man, is that a new model there? The pod racing one?
that must be as well, considering it says coming soon. Yes, it is.
Oh, oh, man, that is ace. Look at that. Of course, the Bud to Eve, very famous race. That now I would get that set. I've been I'm not too sure about these little sets. I don't know if you've got any of them, Chris.
I don't have any
Uh,
dioramas.
right, but I know your stepsister has, and I'm not too keen on them. I'm like, yeah, but is it okay? Because I think they got Dagobah, the Dagobah one, but that looks great. It proper looks like it in motion. Do you know what I mean? That
Mm.
looks fantastic.
And what noise do
Absolutely.
pod racers make?
Oh, right. Do you want me to do this one as well?
Go on.
There you go. How's that?
So good, you might get a copyright strike.
Yeah, yeah. Believe me, I sat in the cinema, and hopefully, Chris, that's the point. Are you coming to the showing of the Phantom Menace on the? I think it's the 3rd, in Sheffield, because they are the guy who did the Matt, I think Farragut, I think his name is, who did the artwork. He's going to be there signing, so it'd be nice to get down there. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there yet, but
Mm,
I will
mm,
check with my diary
yeah.
and
Cool.
I will let you know.
Do you know? I've been when you told me about that tie-in scepter. I've always been a bit tie-in scepters, but that one looks super cool, and the droidica. Wow, look how big that is. They're really pushing the boat out for these models, aren't they?
Yeah, and it also goes circular.
Oh man, that is so cool. Look at that. I like the
Mm.
minifigure version of it as well. Oh yeah. Is
Yeah.
there? Oh, click on that video. See if it's and zoom in if you can. Make it full screen.
I think it's just a 360 of it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. Isn't it weird that they can do all these, but when it comes to Chewbacca, they just make it look horrible.
Well, it's a size and scale with like things like R2D2. You built the R2D2 set with
Yes, I did.
my brother. This one
Sam,
wasn't it?
yes, Sam brought it. Your brother, your older brother, in his if he's watching, hi Sam, because he's just phoned up to Chris just as we were about to record. Yes, he bought this one, and because that says $99, but he bought it from Costco in the UK. I think I might be wrong. If he's online, let us know. But I think he bought it for about 50, 60 pounds. And I built it, and he built that. Do you know the mini Millennium Falcon that's available as well? He built that one. He got that one for about £40. I might be wrong, but he got that for 40. And I thought, wow, and
This
that one
one.
just there, yes. So he built that, and I built the R2. And I have to say, the R2 was a fantastic build. I think we mentioned it last week. Proper enjoyed building it. It was really good. There's one in that scale that I wouldn't mind picking up, and that's the Superstar Destroyer. Because I love that model, the Superstar
Mm.
Destroyer. Yes, some great models coming out in May. You could say for May the 4th. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Here's
Um,
another one. What's this from?
that one, that is a uh oh god, yeah. I was just looking at the backspace. That is the guy who plays Jar Jar Binks when he escaped with Baby Grogu, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
What was his name? What was his name? Royal Farm Boy, what was his name? Um,
Wow.
what character did he play?
It
Because it's the
was
same. It's the same character that he played in.
Karen Beck.
That's him. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'll probably get that because I thought he was so good in that. There he is. Armand Best. Thank you, Rowan Farboy. There we go. Armand Best.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He played it. He played him in that like Jedi Trials that was on TV for kids, which I proper liked. I loved it, and he was great in that episode of Mandalorian. Uh, Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's a great set, and I bet you that's about what is that going to be about £30, something like that.
That would be about
Mm,
it would be about 20, I think about 20, 25, yeah.
yeah,
Let me switch it to the
yeah, yeah.
European.
Oh yeah, that's
The
what's that? What's his name? Claire. This is why we need John for this.
yeah.
Was one of his characters' names? Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think there's some really cool um there is some really cool ones coming out. I think these two are brand new as well, and only our rewards is the Trade
Oh,
Federation Troop Carrier
oh,
and
that's
the
pretty cool.
AAT.
Oh, that looks like one you get from a Christmas calendar.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and they also have this Battle of Yavin coin that if you spend 80
Oh wow.
£80, and this
Yeah,
really cool art poster, to be fair, by
yeah.
Joe Hogan.
Hey, who we know, Joe Hogan. He's been on the podcast.
There you go. And now,
Ah,
yeah, if I click it, it tells you,
oh, we'll
um,
have to get him on to talk about it. Ah, look at him, Joe Hogan.
yeah.
Well done, Joe. Yeah,
There's also some new mini heads
brickhead.
coming
Yeah,
out.
the brickheads. Yeah,
Some fans brickheads.
yeah.
A little Anakin. Let's to scale.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Phantom Menace
There's
ones. Oh, they are pretty cool. I
what
like them.
else? We have um we also have the Darth Maul Infiltrator.
Now, I'd like to see a bigger version of that because it's such a cool ship. They should bring out one of the big versions of that.
What's really interesting, this set's bonus figure is Saw Gerrero.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Saw Gerrera. So,
Yeah,
w-
right
oh
there.
yeah, are they starting to bring these special? Because he wasn't even in the Phantom Menace.
No,
His
but
character.
some of these two, like the R2-D2 set, had a special minifigure.
Yeah, it did. I couldn't
Um,
figure out why that had a special figure in it as well.
yeah.
They're
I also
made.
love
I know one of the reasons it's making people gotta buy them because a lot of people collect the
the
minifigures,
minifigures.
and you won't be able to get it outside that set. So
Mm.
that's what they go for.
I
Yeah,
do love the small speeder, sand speeder.
the rock in the chair. Yeah, that's great.
A
That's
really, really
awesome.
cool set.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if there is any more that is being announced, but I don't know what I'm excited for most. Looking at this, the Titan Scepter, is that something I would want to pick up? I don't have any. I have the USC Venator, but it's so big, and I just need to dedicate a weekend to building it. But I feel like one of these smaller sets that's still quite big,
yeah.
may tide me over.
Haven't you
But
had it? You've had that about a year now, haven't you?
I think about 6 months. But to be fair, Holly picked up this one a few weeks a week or two ago. She picked up this set here,
Oh
the
yeah, the
Ghost.
ghost. That is pretty cool. Yeah, yeah,
With it has the phantom that pops out, little bit interior. Pretty cool set to be fair.
yeah,
You got your
yeah. It
chopper.
is pretty good. Yeah.
Um,
Um. So you got your official figures because I do know that you can get an unofficial mock. What are they called? They are called mock. Are they mock? MOC. The big versions.
USC.
UFC, yeah. Right. So you can buy there is an unofficial big version of the Ghost. And I think it's on something like
Sorry, UCS
Brickverse or
Ultimate
something.
Collector Series.
That's it. UCS. And it gives you the brick listing so you can order the bricks as well as the instructions to build it and it looks amazingly big. Amazingly big. I'll just show you this. So I've just been looking for stuff that's on May the 4th, and it is uh Hasbro. Hasbro got some stuff. So here we go. Hasbro got some stuff. And these are the retro figures for May the 4th that's coming out. So let's go on to one. So you got Queen Amidala in a special get-up. It's pretty cool. And then of course you've got that's Queen Jin and 3 3/4 and his retro vintage edition, which I love. These are the ones that I collect. I really like these vintage ones. And his cloak is it's a fabric coat, so it could come off. It looks really, really cool. I don't think they've released a Qui-Gon Jinn 3 3/4 like this. So I would definitely be buying this one. And of course, we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course. Obi-Wan Kenobi in his 3 3/4 retro edition with his blue lightsaber. That's pretty cool. And and then you've got Darth Maul. Now that Darth Maul on its would be a cool one. So I'm definitely going to be picking these ones up because they are so cool. And look, he's got his double. I love how they've done the double lightsaber for for him. It looks absolutely cool. There we go. See how big it is. Look at that. They've just joined it in the middle. That looks brilliant. And there's another shot of him. The detail on it is fantastic for a 3 3/4. Look at that. That's cool. And of course, you got your droids. They even that looks pretty cool for a 3 3/4. Ha! That looks ace. And of course, Jar Jar Binks. Now, to be fair, I quite like this version of him as a 3 3/4 retro edition. I think it looks really, really cool. The coloring of him is fantastic in his face, his ears, and the way he's shaped. It looks great, in his feet. It looks pretty damn cool for an action figure, don't you agree? For Jar Jar
Definitely.
Binks.
I've never been one to collect these, but I think it's really, really cool. And if they're
Yeah,
your thing, I think
yeah.
you'll be happy with this. I just wonder if the retro thing is a sticker or actually know,
Oh
hard
man,
printed
they are
into it.
stickers. They are stickers. These are the bane of collectors' lives. As being a collector, I've tried peeling one of them off and literally ripped the card. And I'm like, why have they done it as a non-peelable sticker? It's maddening. Please, Hasbro, do it as a peelable sticker so we can take it off. Because on the back, there's no end of space. You can just put it back on, with all the like different languages and stuff like that. We could just put it on there if you want to keep the sticker. But please make them as a peelable sticker because they are awful. They spoil the look of the artwork. It's covering too much up. They're too big. Take them off. I've got all of them. I've got a Cara Dune up there, and I've tried it. It kind of ripped it, and I was like, "Oh man, what have I done that for?" It's awful. And I've got two. I've got two down here, which are for Obi-Wans. I tried to do it again. I watched some videos about how to do it. Nah, couldn't do it. Spoils it. Spoils it. And there's your Darth Maul one. That's pretty cool. In its Phantom Menace thing. I wish they said Palatoy as well. And your battle droids. That battle droid is pretty cool. I'll probably get that one. Obi-Wan Kenobi retro. Big sticker. Look, big massive sticker over it. It's like, what? What are they doing there? Qui-Gon Jinn. Yes. And Queen Amidala. Yeah, even that one looks pretty cool. Yeah, and you can get them in a pack. How's that? It's a 6-pack. So I'm gonna ask my toy guy, Cosmic Toys, see if he can pick that up in that retro collection. So I just think it's super cool. So these ones are also vintage collections. Now, let me just click out of that to find out a little bit more. Oh yeah, so these are vintage collection Django Vet, 24 quid. These ones are. So let's just click onto him again. And that's a pretty damn good sculpt as well as these are brand new for May the 4th. This is looks cool. I would probably get that to go because I love the Mandalorian figures, so I'll probably get that to go with the rest of them because they are the big ones. They're this size sort of thing. Well, they're this size. Them ones are, and I always think they look pretty cool. And they really do pose them really good for these photos. Look at that. That looks good. Every time I put because I've got a figure with that kind of thing, it just kept falling over. It's just too heavy. It just kept falling
Wait,
over. So
you take them out of the box?
yeah, the big ones. Yeah, I have done. Yeah, because I just like them. I like to hold them and really study them. Yeah, yeah.
But the resale.
I don't resell it, Chris. You know me. Don't resell. Hey, saying that though, hey, he's got the same head as this one. This one's got grey hair though. That's strange. Yeah. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I wonder if he's got detachable head. Shouldn't he have a detachable head, guys? I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, then we got the Droidicas. They re-brought them ones out as well. These look pretty damn cool as an action figure. I don't think I've got a Droidica at all. So it'd be quite interesting to get one of these. And that one folds up into a ball. It's like a transformer, really, isn't it? Can it roll?
Mm.
Oh, let's hope so. Yeah, they're pretty cool, them ones. Yeah, damn cool. Yeah. Darth Vader. So this is the New Hope Darth Vader they're bringing out. Now this one looks pretty damn cool because it's got the fabric that goes underneath the belt, so the belt goes over. So you got the collar, the waistcoat look, which I love. I've always liked that look on an action figure.
The
And this
double
looks,
cape.
yeah, double cape. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. That one looks damn cool. I've got a couple of models up here, but it's like molded plastic, so it gives you the impression that it's got a double cloak, but it's not fabric. But I'll probably buy that figure. Yeah, it looks pretty super cool for
Have
Black
they
Series.
released the one where he's got a red arm?
That's C3PO, Red Arm C3PO.
I know,
Yeah,
but anything to make a new figure.
yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Mando, they're bringing out a brand spanking new Mando with the dark saber, so that's pretty cool. So if you haven't got Mando with a dark saber, now's your chance of buying another Mando figure with just one accessory more, and that is the dark saber because it's very similar to the other big one that I've got. It's very similar.
But
Very
does that one
similar.
have a tattered cape?
Good point, well made. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. All right. So oh yeah, good point. Well made there, Chris. So this is the one I've got. Yeah. This is the one I've got. This is in his old armor. Yeah. And it's a plastic cape. Yeah. Molded. Yeah. It's plastic. It looks pretty super cool though. So yeah, I haven't got this one. I haven't got this one at all. So and this is in his shiny armor and it's got a fabric cape. Yeah, looks pretty cool. And it comes with a dark saber. And of course, it's in those big packs. Those big packs. Usually they come with like a coin. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. I have to say, I quite like that one. Yeah. Yeah, so
So,
that's from Hasbro. And there is some other ones up here at the top, which are these are for younger kids. Uh, what's his name? Priz Vizsla. These are for younger kids with these massive bolt toys. You know what I mean for 4+. But similar, looks like a vintage figure though. The way he's been made, it's like a vintage figure, but of course he's got those added bolt-ons, which look weird. But he's got the same build as a vintage figure with the was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation sort of thing. But I think his feet as well on moving this and perhaps his knees. Yeah. Pretty cool though. They like to do that one. I've got one here. I've got a figure here, but it's when he didn't have his name, so they just done him as a heavy infiltrator Mandalorian. And of course, we all know it's Jon Favreau now. So that's that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And a bit further, and up here we have got these are some other ones as well. This is a stormtrooper. So these must be figures for for 4-year-olds to introduce them to their first action figures. I love the color, love the design, very striking for kids. White, in the artwork as well, looks pretty damn cool. Stormtrooper. So these are really good for your first figures. I've got them back onto that. I wonder why that's happened. Let's click it there. Oh, I'm on 10. That's why. Let's click it back to 1. There we go. Yeah. So here we go. Classic Stormtrooper. He looks like a vintage figure, but slightly bigger. Yeah. For the way he's designed. Oh, his head tilts. So it's pretty cool. Stormtroopers are elite shock troopers, financially loyal to the Empire and Imperial cause. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I like them as well, especially for kids as their first action figure. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's that one.
So,
and what? Hold on.
We've got more Hasbro toys.
More Hasbro toys. Yes. So we've also got these ones. The dark saber. Now this dark saber extends. It's one of those, those ones you flick out, and it pulls out. So they've actually brought out a dark saber version, but it looks like the hilt lights up as well. Looks like that.
Ultimate Force, yeah.
Yeah, and you can take it apart as well. It's got the crystal in it. Oh, they're trying to outdo Disney Galaxy's Edge, where you can build it. Is that what they're trying to do? Pick your crystal, slowly build it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's Kyber Core. That's what it is. Lightsaber Forge. Oh, Star Wars Lightsaber Forge. Didn't you try that? Is that where you went?
No.
Yeah. And we've got another one here. Look at this one. So what's this one? This is Darth Vader's lightsaber forge with another light up handle. So that's for the Kyber crystal then. So you can take this one apart where you can see I'm not too keen on them, to tell the truth. I don't know why. It's just like, a whole thing lights up. I don't know. What do you reckon, Chris?
I think they're cool for a kid,
Yeah.
or an adult collector.
Oh yeah, yeah, they've got us, and we've got this
So,
as well. This is a Darth Vader Force Intelling. Force Intelling. Right. So this one has the possibilities is lukewarm. So I think it's like a fortune teller. You pop him on the end and he'll, yeah, force teller. Yeah. So it tells you your fortune if you bop him on the head. Bit like an 8 ball, really. Yeah. Reveals your fortune by talking. It's got 40 responses and eye expressions, answer 40 plus answers and eye expressions. That's pretty cool for kids. To tell you the truth, I'll probably
mm,
get one myself. The force is strong with this one. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So that is called Wonder what the Force holds. Let Darth Vader tap into the Force and predict your future with Star Wars Force telling Vader electronic figure. Ask him yes or no questions. Press his head and listen to as he reveals your fate. His fortune telling toy features more than 40 different responses consisting of classic Darth Vader quotes and never before heard lines, as well as animated digital eyes which change expressions with each head press. Repeatedly pressed his head to unlock agitated and snarky responses if you dare. You press it and it goes, "Oi, hey, what you doing? What do you reckon? What does Royal Farmboy? Bop me on the head and I'll tell you your fortune for free." That sounds like a cool deal. We like stuff that's free, Royal Farmboy. Well done. 100%. Cool. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah. And that's all on Fantatrax at the moment. So they've been showing some
yep.
Hasbro toys. Yeah.
Well, I've got one more for us, and that is
Go on then.
the Disney store and what Disney are releasing for May the 4th as well. And because this franchise is all about merchandise now. So,
Merchandise, yes.
as it was said in Spaceball, so this is the first part, as we saw, basically, if you go on Star Wars, the Disney store, in America, you'll see, I've literally lost where it is, but what they're bringing out, I had my page up somewhere that I've lost. Um, but basically, they're bringing out load of things for um, May the 4th.
Yeah.
Here we go. May
Mm.
the 4th. Loads and loads of things. Uh, all across different places. So some of it
Oh,
is across the stores. Some of it is only in Galaxy's Edge,
yeah.
like a Darth Vader mask. Some of it looks like there's also new Black Series coming out. And when
Oh,
you
yeah.
click
Yeah.
it, it doesn't go to the page. But as we can
Ah,
see
right.
there, there's a Mace Windu
Oh,
one
that's
coming
pretty
out.
cool.
There's a
Oh, man, look at
walkable
that.
BD one.
Oh, that's ace.
Um, there's a few cool T-shirts for Phantom of the Menace.
Mm.
They
Oh,
are releasing Darth Maul's legacy lightsaber, but
yeah.
this is quite confusing because this lightsaber has already been in Galaxy's Edge,
Yeah, I thought it
so
was.
I
Yeah.
don't know what they've changed about it. Some new young Jedi clothing, a
Hmm.
Nubs hoodie, some dresses, um, some Sabine Wren cosplay, a new Imperial Stormtrooper helmet that does
Oh, yeah.
voices. But my favorite thing out of the whole series is this artist set by Will Gay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
already been seen in the Disney parks, but we can
Oh, yeah.
see that
Ah,
there's some cool t-shirts and quirky
I like that
items.
hoodie. That
Um,
hoodie's ace
this hoodie here.
with the Ewok.
I just had it up a
Oh,
second ago. But well, okay. This one right here.
oh, man, I want it. I love it. What size does it come in? What's the largest size? 3XL.
Yeah. I don't know
I
if
want
this
it.
is gonna be in the UK store, because obviously this
Ugh.
is in the US store,
Oh,
but
man.
there's also mugs. There also is a blanket,
Alright.
um, and some bowls, a bucket hat. So, there's some really cool Star Wars stuff around. I also think there's a new, pop figure that has came out as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um, but overall, some really, really cool Star Wars stuff coming out for May the 4th.
Yeah,
Every
there is some.
year, it's the National
Mm.
Merchandise Day.
Yeah, it is, yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, have you got anything else?
In terms of stuff to buy or news, I have two other news bits to cover.
Okay, go on then.
If we want.
Yeah, yeah, news bits,
Um
yeah.
So the first one is that the National Space Centre in the UK, in
Mhm.
Leicester, is running a event on May the 4th and May the 5th, the
Ooh,
weekend of May the
yeah,
4th and May the 5th. And they're going to have some guests there, and also going to have a Rebels reunion panel.
oh,
So
man,
let me
yeah,
share my
really?
screen. Yes.
Okay.
So let's share my screen. So at the um at the National Space Center, let's just remove
Mm,
the blocking alert so we can see it. There we go. There's the Galaxy Gathering Festival of the Force.
yeah,
So there's going to be the UK Garrison, Rebel Legion, Mandalorian Mercenaries, UK Droid Builders, Sabers Guild, and Fantatrax are going to
yeah,
be there at the National Space Center. Um, Loads of activities from the Retro Computer Museum, designing a galaxy far, far away with the illustrator Jake Detonator,
yeah,
creature concept designer Jake Lorne Davies, and creature fabricator Tahara Zarif. There's
yeah.
also going to be a Tatooine exhibit to hang out where the rebels did. um, these are the guests that are going to be attending on the day.
Mhm.
From Jake Davies, who obviously helped design BB-8, Ray Speeder, D0. Um, and you have obviously uh, Bob Brechin, who Palatoy's chief designer,
Oh, yeah,
Tahara Zareth, who's
yes.
designed a lot of costumes and creatures throughout the
Mm.
years, and obviously Jake Detonator, who helped create original artwork for Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Cool.
What is also happening is they have this thing here that whilst we've been talking, I've been researching it,
Yeah,
and it it seems like it is a recorded panel with some of the cast of Star
mm,
Wars Rebels. So I think you got Zeb, you got Hera. So let me open Fantasy Tracks, but I think
mhm.
also um tracks. Um Sorry, I'm just opening another tab
Mm.
where I can bring it up on there.
Okay.
Um so let me just bring it up.
Okie dokie.
And tracks. Here we go. So yeah, as we see from here, um, there is going to be the guest panel that's going to have Vanessa Marshall, Hera Syndulla, Steve Bullum, who played Zeb
Zeb,
or
yeah.
Ellis, and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who played Governor Price.
Alright.
It does seem like it's a recording, but it does seem like the recording is made for the event, if that makes sense.
Right, so it's not what it was recorded at Celebrations.
No, it is
It's a
going to be
brand new one.
recorded for the event.
Right, gotcha.
And
That could be fantastic.
if you're around the UK, tickets are still available. And I think they're only, I think when I looked at it, £35 for an adult. So
Mm,
I think it was, yeah. Actually,
yeah.
sorry, it was much cheaper. It's £19 for an adult.
Oh man,
Um,
that's cheap.
Children £17 to go down
It
for
is
the day.
a brilliant good day out. We've been there numerous times, haven't we, Chris? And it is great. If you're not even into Star Wars or anything like that, into sci-fi, it's a fantastic place to visit with all the rockets and well, it's just full of everything you can think of
Yeah,
at
it's
the
not
Leicester Space Station. It's
quite
brilliant. Yeah.
anywhere close to Kennedy Space Center
Oh yeah, no, no, but
because
it's
we're not
good.
well known for our rockets.
Mm, yeah.
Um, there you go.
Oh, is Marinus Musty Bell? They are indeed. No, we didn't know that. Did you know that Mary Elizabeth and Steve Blum are husband and wife? They are indeed. Thank you, Royal Farm Boy. I did not know that. That's it. Quite interesting. So, but oh, that could be a 2-for-1 sale on that. You get one, you also get the other free of charge. That's nice. That's really, really
I
good.
think,
Yeah, I'd
um,
love to go to that. I'd love to go to that, especially going back down to Leicester, where I'm from, and where my family still are. It's a good day out. It's a good day out. It's a good
yeah,
day out. Yeah.
I have one of my friends visiting. I'm not sure if he's a Star Wars fan at all.
Mm.
Um, but I'm gonna be like, so do you want to go do this?
Mm.
mm,
That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
yeah.
Um, you've said you got one more bit, haven't you?
Yes, and that was just to talk about the passing of Samantha Davis.
Yes, this is what I was going to bring up. I didn't know if you had it or not. Yeah, you can bring it up if you want. Yeah, Samantha Davis, who is the wife of Warwick Davis, she passed away at the age of 53, which is no age at all. There's no age at all. In fact, she's the same age as me. I'm 53. You know what I mean? It's very, very sad. And I remember that Warwick Davis had often said that she was his superpower. She made everything possible for him, which is fantastic. Now, I was just looking at her resume on IMDb, and she was in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows as a Gringotts goblin, but uncredited. She was in a TV series in 1999 called Honky Sausages, and she played a small woman. That's what it's got down at. She was in Leprechaun 2 as a bar patron, of course. Warwick Davis played the Leprechaun. She was in Through the Dragon's Eye, a TV series in the late 80s. Angels of the City video as a kid, and she was also in Willow as a Norwin villager, which was uncredited. So she was actually in Willow herself with, of course, Willow with Warwick Davis, her husband, and she's done many, many appearances as herself on like Piers Morgan's Life Stories, Loose Women, Modern Times Perspectives, All Star Mr. and Mrs. And this morning. Yeah, she was fantastic. And that picture you got there, Chris, is of her 2 kids, but I think she's actually got 3 kids. There is one that's not. I think one of them is not really in the limelight, is she? She's very private, if I remember
Mm,
rightly. Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
and we have to also say that she created a charity in the UK to help people with dwarfism. And I think that is also really, really important. And um, if these kind of things touch you, um, you know, go ahead and donate to Little People UK. That is
Little
such a
People UK charity.
yeah,
Yeah. Little People UK charity. I'll probably put a link in that in the show notes. Tell you the
yeah,
truth. She was seen regular. Now, believe it or not, I spoke to her at the Leicester Space Centre when they were both there at a convention that was being held there, and I think that's the one that me and you went to, Chris, with Sam and I think Jessica and Harry as well, many, many, many years ago. And she was there, and she was lovely to speak to. You know what I mean? And of course, Warwick was fantastic to talk to as well. It's very sad news. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
feel for the guy, you know what I mean? It's his long time partner, and like I say, 53 is no age. It's no age at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, here at Radio Free Endor, we pass on our hugs and prayers to the family and friends of Warwick Davis, especially his their kids, yeah, Annabelle and Harrison. I mean,
And we'll
and the whole
put
family. Yeah,
a
yeah,
link. We'll put a link in the show notes where you can go donate to the charity.
yeah. That would be brilliant. Yeah, it's very, very sad news. Very sad news. Yeah, yeah. Well, that is it. So, is that all the news, Chris?
I think so for now.
Cool. In that case, then we'll head over to the Bad Batch report. Right. The Bad Batch report. We finally got there after 50 minutes of news. So, what we're going to do is be covering 2 episodes. Like I said, we're going to be covering Bad Territory and the Harbinger. Right. So, the first one is Bad Territory. Now, I watched this and kind of felt it was a nothing burger. It was kind of filler because the Bad Batch are basically trying to find out what the M count is. Yeah. What is that? What is the M count? Because we know, but they don't. So they go in search of information, you could say, to find out. And, well, where do they go to get the information from? Chris?
Yeah, they split up. Hunter and Wrecker
Yeah.
decide to go track a bounty hunter down. And whilst you say it was a bit of a nothing burger, I do think that, it's nice to thread the story together of,
Mm,
they looked for the bounty hunter that hunted Omega originally, and that bounty
hmm
hunter was, in fact, Phoenix Shand.
But expand. Yes, yes. And they did say, you're not that good. You're not that good because we managed to get away. But then she tells them, you didn't get away. The bounty was dropped. So that's why I stopped searching for you. The bounty was dropped, which was quite interesting. That was quite interesting. And I just want to say as well, the animation in this episode was really, really good. Really, really good. And it was like an episode of was it Florida Crocodile Hunters? That's what it reminded me of. Um Searching for, like, when they're going through the weeds in the bayou or bayou. I'm not American, bayou, whatever it is, for the
Yeah.
crocodiles. It was really good. And and the alien, well, I'm sort of like jumping ahead of this. And it's one of those episodes where I want information of you. Well, if you want information of me, you've got to do me a quest. And it's like, oh man, we're already on a quest. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So basically, Phoenix Shand is after another bounty that has been really hard to catch. So she needs muscle and a tracker. She needs like muscle and a tracker basically to get somebody who knows a lot about explosives and somebody who can track. So they agree and they go to find this bounty. Now, this bounty is called, if I remember rightly,
Silosaurus, the
Silas Ceres.
slayer of Ordo Eris.
Yeah. Now, this is a question for Raw Farm Boy. Have we seen that character before, by any chance, in any of the Clone Wars? That's what I was going to ask. Because the design of it, like a praying mantis, looked great.
I believe
And I
it
was
was.
thinking,
I think it's a brand new alien creature for the Bad Batch.
oh, is it? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. No worries. Because I always say, and if you listen to Joe Rogan when he talks about praying mantises, they say if you ever met a praying mantis that was as big as a human, we'd be dead. They are that deadly, praying mantises. Have you ever seen any videos of praying mantises eat stuff, Chris? It's terrifying. Literally eat them from the butt upwards or from the head downwards. Oh man, it's terrible. They are deadly. If they were big, we will be dead. And they're so fast. They just get you so fast. Anyway, So they go looking for this guy to collect the bounty, but Fennec Shen says the bounty is mine. Payment for you is the information, of course. But in the meantime, Chris, what is Amiga and Crosshair doing?
Well, I'm trying to think if I can remember because it has been a little bit of time for me. I believe they
All right,
were
I can tell
talking
you.
about therapy.
That's correct. Yes. So basically, Hunter says to Amiga, while we're away, try get Crosshair to seek medical advice about his hand trembling. You know what I mean? See what that is. So she goes, okay. So she gets that droid to check out his is it
AZ.
AZI3? AZ,
Yeah.
yeah, AZI3. To check out his hand, and he says, "Oh, hold on a second, Raw Fanboys just whipped up with something. Have we seen Sala before? Sorta. There was one in the cantina in A New Hope, but Sala is a sort of subbreed. Ah, of course, yeah, there was one in A New Hope. Oh, thank you for that bit of information, Raw Fanboy. That is ace. Yeah, there was. There absolutely was. Now I can remember now. Yeah, so the droid scans him and says, "I can't find anything else wrong." You know what I mean? It's out of my expertise now. His species is called a Yamara. Said Yamri. Thank you. I'll tell you what, he's fantastic in names. Yeah, Roll Von Boy, awesome. I'm gonna give you a star. That well done, good boy. Awesome. So yeah, so uh, basically, then uh, Amiga tells uh, Crosshairs to do some alternative therapy, you could say, as in like meditation. And there's a great shot, Chris. Did you not see that shot where they're sitting on the hill and on the not on a hill, on like a cliff top, and you got the sunset in front? It looked absolutely fantastic. I'm sure I've actually got that picture. Hold on, let me just have a look, see if I've got it. Pictures. Let's have a look. I think I have got it here because I just thought it was so beautiful. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let's see if I can bring it in. Share screen, Windows, and here we go. This screen here, everyone, where they're on the cliff top and seeing of course it's wider in the episode, but I just thought it was beautiful. It was a lovely shot of them sort of like doing a bit of yoga therapy to get his shot back. And I generally think it's a bit of what do they call it, Chris? You know, when fighters get it, is it PTSD?
It is
Yeah,
PTSD, post-traumatic
yeah,
stress
stress
disorder.
disorder. Yeah, I think it's that. I really do think it's that's affecting him, and so that was really good. So why that's happening? Also, of course, Hunter is trying to find this guy. They do, they do find it, and after a crocodile fight and some mines, oh man, isn't it good that those suits they can breathe underwater? Eh, that's pretty
Well,
cool.
that's if they got the helmet on.
Yes,
That
yeah.
who knows how it connects.
Well, this is the thing, with these helmets, because you see, with the Mandalorians, when he takes his off or puts it on, you hear it go, but like Darth Vader's, but there's nothing there. You know what I mean? There's nothing there.
Well, maybe
Roll
they just,
Fanboy.
when the helmet goes on, something gets jammed into their mouth and their nose plugs.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Roll Fanboy, yeah. When Amiga said she learnt it from
Gunji
Gunji on
and
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
Crosshair, yeah. Crosshair asks, "You've been to Kashyyyk?" She says, "Yeah, you've missed a lot." Oh, dang. That hit the feels. Yeah, he did. There's a lot that he's missed. Like he should just, if he subscribes to Disney Plus, he could catch up with it. You know what I mean? I would. But yeah, it was a really good episode. I like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. As I'm talking about it, yeah, it wasn't a nothing burger. It was connect. It literally connects to the next one that we're
It's
about to talk to.
calm before the storm.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah. So they capture this guy, and they collect Fennec Shen collects the bounty, and they say, and they get dropped off, and they go, right, what's the information? She says, I haven't got the information. I said I'll get it to you, and they're like, well, that ain't fair. It's like, oh, can we trust you? Because you got no choice at the end of the day. So they go, she takes off, and then you see her contact somebody, but you don't actually see who she's contacting. And then she says there's some clones talking about the M count, and that's where that episode finishes. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I think this episode was really, it was necessarily a slow episode with Amiga and Crosshair, and
Hmm.
um a busier, more action packed episode with the Tiger King and the clones. Um,
Hmm.
but I think overall, I think that like anything in Star Wars TV shows, it's it's a side quest,
Yeah.
as they say in the Fallout TV show, rule one of the Wasteland is you will not only do the main quest, you get sidetracked constantly. And it's like, oh, that's how it is in The Mandalorian as well.
Yeah. Can I
You
just say
always
that
get
the Fallout?
sidetracked.
Oh yeah, that is mostly the story in The Mandalorian. He's got a main quest, and it's like, guess what? I've got a quest for you, man. I've not even finished the main quest, and I've got another quest. Yeah, and to be fair, and quick shout out to the Fallout series. Yeah, it's brilliant. We just watched another episode today. Love it, love it, love it. We should cover that actually, Chris, with Nicholas, because he's constantly talking over it. And that reference is that that GIF of that's often used with um Leonardo DiCaprio, where he's doing that at the camera. He's got
Yeah.
he's that. He's literally doing
He's
that. He's going,
not
hey,
he's not even played the games properly.
yeah, he has. Oh, he has. He has. Yeah, he's played
Oh,
the
not
games.
not not like, you know, not to the level like I've played the games or a lot of people have. He's young. He might be a fan of them now, but he's been a fan for like a year. This series goes back many years.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I think I bought it on the PS3, and then I think I bought your older brother, a Las Vegas set with actual, um, uh, you know, what do they
Is
call them?
it?
The chips. Yeah, Vegas chips.
Yes, but you are getting sidetracked.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, yeah. So that episode ends, and that brings us to the next episode, which is called the Harbinger. And I kept going, oh, that's not the Harbinger of Doom, maybe. So right. So this one starts off with on Pabu, Wrecker, and Crosshair with the help a resident load some fishing boats. Hunter informs that they haven't heard back from Fennec Shand. Right. While Crosshair thinks that they be hunting for answers, Hunter believes that Shard's contact can help them figure out what is the M count and why the Galactic Empire is hunting Amiga. Crosshair thinks it doesn't matter, while Hunter believes they need to be prepared. Right. So, this is good. So basically, it goes to Amiga and Butcher or Batcher, because Batcher, isn't it? Playing on the rocks, and of course, Batcher runs off into a cave and gets scared. And she's like, "We've been in here many times," and then they go in, and she finds a spaceship, a very small spaceship. To me, it looked like a glider. A very small one person one, and there's somebody there. There's somebody there that gets. So that if I remember rightly, um, but Crosshairs, Hunter, and Wrecker are walking towards the rocks, and they see Batcher, sort of like barking, sort of thing. So they know something's up. So they run into the cave, and then we see who's in there. Who's in there, Chris? A mysterious pale woman. Who?
Um, I think it's a Jedi we've seen in the past.
Is it a Jedi?
Mm. Or is that just assuming that there were the bad people?
Yeah. So we
Good
find,
people.
yeah,
A good or bad person.
yeah. So, do you know, funny enough, if you go to the Wikipedia, as it tells you, it doesn't say who it is, right? As it goes down, but then it tells you a bit further down. So it is uh Ventress. Um, what's her first name? Sarge, is it Sarge?
Assad Asajj Ventress.
Sarge Ventress. It's her with fantastic hair. She's got hair, which I thought was really, really cool. I did like the design of her this time round, and she's there. So basically, she tells them, that the Bad Batch turn up and say, what are you doing here? And she says, I am the contact that Fennec Shand contacted, and she wants to know why you are looking for the M count. And of course, Omega comes out with some lie, which she stumbles upon, and they realize, yeah, it's her. And she tells her that uh, basically what the M count is. Not at first, though. Not at first. She doesn't tell her at first, does she? And she says she wonders why that she's got it. But we do find out now, don't we, in this episode, what the reason for it is, if I remember rightly. So, um, Amiga, it says here, when Amiga asked the woman, it says the woman here, asked the woman why the Empire is after her. The woman says that she can't determine her a midi-chlorian. She actually says midi-chlorian in this episode as well, without testing her. Amiga asked the woman to test her, saying she could handle it, and she warns her that the truth is not comforting, but Amiga insists, and the woman relents and wants Amiga, and she does what Amiga is asked to do. She gets tested. Now, then it goes on to a bit later on where you see her doing the old, apple on the head, trying to balance on some rocks. She keeps slipping, and she's telling her to sort of like control your balance, sort of like reach out for the force sort of thing. If she can feel the force, she fails it constantly. And she comes out with some stuff like, oh, it's too hard. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Now, we've heard that on a couple of occasions, haven't we, from would-be Jedis. Luke Skywalker said it to Yoda. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't do it. It's just, I can't, I just can't do it. But of course, this time around, Amiga's doing it. And she basically says, all right, fair enough. And as she's testing her on the rocks, Crosshairs comes back and he's been digging through text files, and he says, "This this lady is Ventress," and they go, "Well, bloody hell, it's a separatist! It bloody hell, it's a separatist!" You know what I mean? So they don't trust her 100%. So, and Ventress hears this, so she says, "Your next test is to run right to the top of the hill and get a flower and get back down here before sunrise." So she goes, "Oh, bloody hell." So she goes, takes a Batcher, and then, of course, Ventress turns around to the Bad Batch, and they have a bit of a set do. And she tells, they get out the weapons, don't they? They say, "What you really here for?" Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And they pull out their guns, and she says, "No cheating." And she whips them out of their hands. And they have this cool fight. They really do have this hand-to-hand cool fight. Don't they? It's so fast. It's really so fast. But I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh man, this is really, really cool. And of course, she gets the upper hand because she actually tells them, whatever you're thinking, it's not gonna play well for yourselves.
It's not gonna
No.
it's not gonna go well.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well for you. But they keep on going. To be fair to the clones, they keep on going again and again and again and again, and they do get battered. And then eventually they get their weapons back, and she ignites her lightsaber. She finally gets the lightsaber out, and she comes out with this line. She said, "I didn't want to kill you, but you're making it really tempting." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Omega gets this flower, and when she runs in, I love how it cuts to, because the cut was like they run at Ventress to go for her, and then it cuts to Omega, and when it cuts back to the Bad Batch, she's got Adventurous has got Hunter on the ground with the lightsaber to his throat. She's got she's got Wrecker in the air choking. I can't remember what's happened to Crosshair. I think he's knocked out on the floor. You think, well, that definitely didn't go to in their style. And
Mm.
and they sort of like and she lets go sort of thing and lets them live. And they agree they agree for Amiga's wishes that she wants to trust this woman because she didn't give up on Crosshairs, did she? She didn't give up on him, which was true. She didn't give up on him. So then they go out, don't they? She takes him. She does a um the Ezra trick about how the Force can interact with animals. So they go out into the ocean to see if they could interact with the mammals and stuff. And of course, Amiga finds it too hard. She can't do it. So Ventress says, "Right, I'll show you." And she uses the Force. And I have to admit, this is the first time you actually seen her using her Force powers for good. Also, quick shout out: her lightsaber was it red before, Chris?
Yes,
In the Clone
that was
Wars?
not her lights. Oh no, it was one of her lightsabers that now has a
Mm,
yellow crystal
it's
in.
yellow, isn't it? And it's the same curved, isn't it? It's one of hers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's yellow? What's is that neutral? Is it neutral sort of thing?
No. Neutral would be a bled uh kyber crystal, and that's more like a white one.
Mm.
I think yellow is a natural forming color crystal as well, just like
Is it?
blue or green.
Right,
Yes.
right. Because Ray's got a Ray Skywalker. Ray has got a same coloured lightsaber, if I remember rightly, when she whips hers out. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. And so she goes out into the ocean, and she brings in the fish and amazes Amiga, and they swim round. But she also brings the Kraken to her as well, which at first seems to be dangerous. Hold on, we've got a Royal Fanboy, stupid him. Here we go. A yellow blade in the galaxy is a guardian color. Guardian color, Chris. Um,
Yeah.
like the Temple Guards had. Brilliant. Thanks for clearing that one up. I knew there was a reason for it being gold. I just couldn't think what it is. Did they say that, when you pick your lightsabers, it's the Galaxy's Edge Forge thing? Do they tell you then what they mean, Chris, when you
No.
pick up the crystals? They don't.
No. You just pick a color.
Oh, right. Okay.
And well, they do say, "Oh, Travis, if you want a different color, there's a shop off Planet that sells them for €20, $20."
Do they?
No, of course
So
not.
listen. Oh,
That'd
they should
break
do.
the immersion.
Well, yeah, I suppose they do, but they do. They do sell the crystals. Yes. Hey, they should have somebody outside going, "Hey, you want to buy some crystals? Big flappy fat thing flapping around. Come on, Republic credits are no good here." Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Very much so.
Yeah. So, of course, they summon this Kraken thing, and it gets Amiga, and it gets Ventress. Ventress swims down, cuts one of the arms off. Then, of course, the Marauder comes around, shoots at it, makes it worse. So Amiga calls them off. So they fly near it, and then Ventress sort of like calms it down, even though she's just cut its legs off, now its tentacles off. She tries and calms it down, and it's all good, and it swims away. And I love this bit, the animation on this bit, where you see the Marauder that's flying away, and it comes down really, really close, and then they jump on, and Crosshairs holds out his hand, of course, for Amiga to come on, but then he holds out his hand. Which I thought was really good, to Ventress, and Ventress looks at it, doesn't she, sort of thing, as in like accepting that help,
Mm.
and then they get on board and they fly back to her ship, and so basically, um, in all of it, they find out they're actually fighting on the same side, aren't they? Really, the Ventress was done over by the Empire, as well as the
Yeah,
clone.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, the very last part of it is like Ventura saying like she's not part of a side now.
Mm,
You know, and I think it's really relevant because at the end of the day, the Bad Batch just want to protect Omega, and
mm.
someone they viewed as inherently a bad person is now, well, help like not helping, but is being kind ish. It's like you hearing about this mass murderer for a while, and then he turns up and he's really nice to you and your kid. You'd still be like, is he gonna, is he gonna cause harm to me and my kids? Because he has the capability to do it.
Mm,
But obviously, there's a difference in war versus,
mm. That's very true.
yeah.
Right, Royal Boy. So we know who the Harbinger was. What was the message she brought? Hmm.
The message that she brought was 100% that you know the metachlorian count is not a message that you want to know about because you'll not stop being hunted until whoever wants that has got it.
Yes,
That's
she
the
if
message.
you yeah, she tells Amiga that she hasn't got a high Mandalorian count, and but she's actually lying that she has. She has got it into and she also tells them that she needs to be trained like a Jedi. She was pointing out that she needs to be changed by a Jedi. Here we go. Not exactly,
No,
Christopher. No.
that
Go on
that
then.
that that was my interpretation.
Yeah.
You know,
Um Go on then, Raw Fanboy. You tell us. You go on, bring it up, because I know he does. I know he does. I can rely on Raw Fanboy. He's a good lad. So basically, she tells Hunter that for her to get training, she needs to leave them, which is a Jedi thing, isn't it? That you leave your family behind for your for a new path, sort of thing. Um, right? That they should leave Pabu. Yeah, that yes, of course. She does tell them if they care for these people, they should go because the Empire will if she found them, then the Empire can find them. That's basically it, isn't it? If I remember rightly. Yeah. So let's just go to it. It says back in the cave, Ventures concludes that Amiga does not have a high M count. Amiga is perplexed, but Rekka says they will figure it out. She and Rekka leave to get some chow. Amiga thanks Ventress before leaving. In private, Crosshairs tells Ventress she is lying. Ventress says that if Amiga has a high potential, she will have to be trained, which would mean leaving the Bad Batch. Hunter refuses to leave Amiga, but Ventress warns that the Empire is after Amiga and recommends that they leave Pabu. She tells them that they are not safe as they think they are. When questioned about her allegiances, Ventress confirms that she's not with the Empire and that she has a few lives left. The clones watch as she flies away to space. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Big old Jamie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I get a star for that one. Ding. Yes. That's so because I watched it today. So yeah, do you know what? I love this episode. I really did. And the animation, like I say, is just so good. I like it. I don't want it to end, tell the truth. I'm so invested in it. I'm so invested in it. And to be fair, I did want to sit down and watch another episode because I had a bit of time and I was like, should I? Should I? Should I? And I thought, no, I can't. I can't. I'm good until next week. So I'm gonna watch so like for next week, I'm gonna be watching, let's have a look. Um Identity Crisis and Point of No Return. That's our next two that we're going to be doing. But what do you reckon to these episodes then, Chris?
wow. Personally,
Mm,
um, I think they were a bit lackluster
yeah.
in I would say the reason they were lackluster is because the end of the trailer of season 3 for The Bad Batch showed Ventress.
Yeah.
And not that it's one of these things where it's like, why expect anything? Because, you would just be
Mm,
disappointed.
mhm.
But like putting Ventress in the trailer made it out like she was going to be this like pivotal point to the story.
Yeah.
She is kind of a pivotal point, but not in the way we know Ventress for, of like
Mm, mm.
a Jedi lightsaber battle with somebody. Will we see her turn up in the final episode or final episodes? I don't know. But if this is all she's in it in the whole TV show,
Yeah.
it's like it still feels unanswered. And I guess this isn't the story that's going to tell us the answers to all of
Mm.
her, you know, future stories.
Yeah.
But it's one of them things where it's like I would have much preferred, and I would have probably been a lot more, excited about this episode if I didn't know she was in it and she
Yeah.
just appeared, and they
Mm.
kept that out of the trailers.
Yes.
But I did like it. I did think,
Mm.
yeah, wow, this is really cool to have her here and to explain the metachlorian count to Amiga and that. And I guess it's super hard to pull them metachlorian machines that Qui-Gon Jinn had in the first episode. That's along with a Jedi dashing, two things that have been lost in the
Do,
world.
do you know what? Funny you should say that. I was thinking she's doing all this testing on her to find out. And then right at the end of the episode, he goes, "Oh, just tap this." And she puts her finger and goes, "Ow!" And he goes, "Beep." Goes, "Yeah, you got a high one." Right there. And then Wrecker going, "Is that it? It's all she had to do." Yeah, would have been quite funny that. Yeah.
But this is the thing, her calming the beast shows that she still is powerful,
Mm,
and to calm the beast is not very much a thing of the Sith. It requires calmness and
yeah.
passing that, tranquility onto the animal, not rage and suffering. So she
Mm,
still has a lot of I feel like she has a lot of story that has been left wide open and, you know, when will we see an answer for that?
mm. Raw Fanboy, not the first time I've heard this, Chris. To not have seen Asajj in the trailer, also felt the same. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Sometimes, lately they stick everything into a trailer. Do you know, as a side point, I don't know if Raw Fanboy remembers this because he's about the same age as me. But when Star Trek 3 movie came out, right? The trailer showed the Enterprise, spoiler alert, showed the Enterprise blowing up, right? And Leonard Nimoy went bonkers. He wanted that kept a secret, and it wasn't cleared with him that they just did the trailer, and they because the marketing just did the trailer and sent it out. They didn't show it to him. It just went out, and he went mad because he really wanted the destruction of the Enterprise to be a secret. So when you're watching the film, you're thinking, "Are they actually gonna? Are they gonna do this? No, they wouldn't. Nah, they wouldn't destroy the Enterprise, are they?" And then it happens. Oh, I've got goosebumps because it's such a great scene. But they showed it in the trailer. They showed it in the trailer, and you think that was back then in the 80s, and everyone got really pissed off. And I remember me going, "Bloody hell!" Right? So, but why do they keep doing it? Why do they keep? Let's have some special, some surprises and stuff. Yeah, I mean, let's see some surprises. I think, Chris, nowadays you're better off not watching the trailers. Didn't you not see some of the trailers for this?
Um, no, I very much I very much watch the trailers.
Mm,
But it very much
yeah.
is one of these things where it's always in the back of your head. It's like we're 4 episodes from the end and we've not seen these scenes, and it's
Mm,
like it's always a balance where um sometimes I find the less I watch trailers, the more I actually like go to it, enjoy some stuff like material films and stuff.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, like I said to you before, I saw the first trailer and
Mm,
then turned off and didn't see any of the rest of them. And I feel like that
yeah.
was a good thing because you was like, they said the entire film in every other trailer after the first trailer, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I always say, when it comes to, I'll just read this out for Royal Fun by. Oh, I do remember that jam. Saw the trailer with my mum. She was a big Trek fan too. Yeah, my mum was as well. Right. So yeah, w- with that, it, the best trailer I've ever seen was for, if I remember rightly, it was um hold on, here we go. Hold on a second. Raw Boys just put, and not to worry though, there'll be things coming that weren't shown in the trailer. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, that's the secret. Okay, we like that. Um, I'm pretty sure it was for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it was like a behind the scenes trailer. It showed you like the making of it, and I thought, yes, that's all I need to see. The making of it trailer, and the making of the trailer made it look really, really good. And then, of course, then they showed you that famous one where you just see the Falcon go down and up, and then it comes back down and slides. And I've got that saved on my PS3. I love it. I think that's a fantastic. Gets me excited with that trailer. Unfortunately, it didn't. The films weren't as good as the trailer made out to be. But yeah, trailers nowadays, Chris, should be put into the hands of fans nowadays. I think let a fan sort out a trailer. Know what I mean, some instead of marketing. I think,
That's too much.
yeah, there's just too much. Just don't, just you know, just show a little bit, but not much. You know what I mean?
Well, but
Get
this
us
is the thing.
tempted.
You should just know, hey, it's a Star Wars thing. I don't need to watch the trailer. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I'm quite happy with the trailer for the Acolyte. Don't need to see any more. I'm ready. I'm ready and prepped. Let's go into it. I think there's a couple of, I think there's a trailer now for the Bad Batch. I think for the likes, like a sneak peek for the last
Finale. I
episode.
think there's also another trailer out for um Tales of the Sith that show General Grievous a little bit more, and it's just like, not that I don't like seeing all this stuff. It's like just need to watch the actual thing.
Yeah, because they're pretty short. Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but I didn't because I knew we were talking about trailers a bit later on, so I didn't know if to play it or not. But yeah, it's interesting. Here's one for you. So, hold on, is that all you need to say about the episodes
Well,
itself?
I would say I have one more thing to say,
Yeah, go
and
on.
I think the story of Omega and her brothers is really interesting in the difference between Omega and the relationship of Omega and Crosshair and the
Yeah.
relationship of Omega and Wrecker.
Mm,
And I think it's really interesting that, the episodes did take that time with sitting there with Omega and Crosshair. And I think the last thing that I can really say that I think about is that even though they're slow,
mm,
it shows that Amiga is taking time for Crosshair.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Empire never did make time for Crosshair.
yeah.
They
That's
didn't
right.
care about him.
Mm,
Amiga does.
yeah,
And I think that is really, really important and like one of them
yeah,
key takeaways
yeah.
of
And
how much he cares about everyone.
the connection between them is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, isn't it? It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
And they are brothers and sisters at the end of the day. They are a family, and they are. And to be fair, Crosshairs is really quite passionate about keeping her safe now. Know what I mean? Yeah, a bit like Wrecker. Um, there is one thing that I wanted to say as well. I I totally enjoyed this episode. I thought it was great. It was great to see Ventress. Um, I've always liked that design. Um, we've got one here. No spoilers, but there's a hint from Raw Fanboy. The Harbinger will come full circle in episode 11. Point of no return. Good. Good. Right. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Now, yeah, I enjoyed it. I love this animation. Love this and I love this story. I'm at that point where I don't want to lose these characters because I like them so much. The Bad Batch, I absolutely, as you know, these are special creations from like the Disney side, but I think they're so good. I just like them. I like the characters. I like the interactions they get between each other. I mean, I'd be gutted if anything happens, especially to Wrecker. If something happens to Wrecker, man, I'm gonna riot. I'm gonna riot. But here's a question for you, Chris, and here's a question for Royal Farmboy or anybody who's watching who can answer this. When am I wrong in thinking the last time I saw Ventress, she was in a stasis tube being carried away somewhere, and then that was it in the Clone Wars? You didn't see her again?
No, I think that's from the. I think the book says that she was left at Dathomir, in a tomb, but I can't remember. I don't think she dies in the TV show. I think she just goes, not
Yeah.
disappears, just they move on. But Rural Farm Boy would know.
Yeah, yeah. And I've not read many books of or comics from the Clone Wars, but I'm sure that I saw her being carted away in a stasis tube, or something like that in one episode, and it was like very much a spoiler of what happens to her. Yeah, mystery of what happened to her. Roll, Farm Boy, come on, you'll know. You tell me. Before I have to look on Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Because I was thinking, where was I? Right, okay, yeah. So Royal Farmboy, yeah. Yeah. She's laid to rest on Dathomir. Chris is right. Oh, right, Chris, you're right. Ah,
Because I think she gives her life for um Quinlan Voss
yeah.
in the book Dark Disciples.
Ah, right, gotcha. Yeah. And so what? They bring her back to I take it then. The witches of Dathomir bring her back. I take
Yes.
it, yeah. Yeah.
Well, obviously it
Uh,
doesn't quite 100%
mm, okay.
say, but and it hints to it at the end of that episode. She says like, "You're not the only one with multiple lives or something."
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was really good.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah, I did.
such a good episode. In Like I said, I really liked it. I just wish they didn't show it in the trailer. It would have just been that surprise of holy hell, have you seen who's in this episode? You know?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Like I said to you, I wish they did that. Yeah, so that's it. That's our take um on the two episodes, the Harbinger and the other one. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I was just looking on Wikipedia right now for something else, but we'll give it a for next week. Yeah, yeah. Right then. So, Chris, yeah, that just brings us to the end of the show, I think.
It very much does.
Yeah. Right. So, anyway, Roll Farmboy, right then, back here next week, episode 10 and 11. Absolutely. Can't wait for these ones. I hope they're really, really good. I hope they're really good. So quickly, I've just put, my outro that I always say, Chris, I've just put it into Chat GTP and put, please rewrite this. So this is what it's come up with. Yeah. Straight fresh. Yeah. It says, right then, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for joining us on Radio Free Endor. We're we're where we've journeyed together through the vast expanse of the Star Wars galaxy. We trust your experience has been nothing short of immersive. Stay connected with our vibrant community by following us on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Simply search for Radio Free Endor, and don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe and enable notifications to stay informed about our latest episodes, discussions, and exciting news. For those eager to dive deeper into Star Wars universe, share your thoughts, comments, and questions with us via radiofreeendor@gmail.com. Additionally, stay updated by following me, Jamie_R_Burns on Twitter, and Chris
Burned Chris.
on X. Yeah. We eagerly await your contributions and look forward to engaging in galactic conversations. Calling all superfans. Visit T Public to explore our official Radio Free Endor merchandise collection. Whether you're in search of a t-shirt, hoodie, mask, stickers, mugs, keyrings, or mouse mats, I love saying that bit. We've got something for you. Showcase your passion for the show in style. Absolutely. Remember, iTunes is your go-to destination to download our show. Please consider leaving us a stellar 5-star review. It truly means the galactic world to us. Your support enables us to reach more listeners hungry for more Star Wars content. Once again, we express our gratitude for tuning in to Radio Free Endor. May the Force be with you as we eagerly anticipate bringing you more thrilling adventures from a galaxy far, far away in the next thrilling episode of The Bad Batch Report on Radio Free Endor next week. How cool was that? That was pretty cool, isn't it? Power of
That is
AI.
pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Anything else you want to say, Chris, before we go?
Just that, thank you for everyone for listening. And we know we're delayed, busy lives.
Busy
But
lives, yeah.
thanks to everyone that tunes in every week and gives us a listen.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. I just want to say thank you to Raw Farm Boy. As ever, you are fantastic. Thanks for coming on and giving us some hints and tips and some trivia. You are fantastic, and definitely I'll organize this, Raw Farm Boy. That when we cover the very last episode, we'll have you on, and all three of us will discuss the last episode and how we feel about it. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? What do you reckon, Chris?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
I think that I would say we'll have to get up to date, but the series finale is next Wednesday, so we'll at least be 2 weeks behind that.
Yeah, but won't that lead us into the Acolyte?
I don't know. I don't know when that releases.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to find out, because if we're slightly ahead, slightly behind, I'm sure that would have been Raw Fabo. Very welcome, happy to help, and ding, would love to come on. You know, we liked you to come on. We'll definitely have you back on. Yeah, you're one of you're going to be one of our co-hosts eventually. I can see it. So yeah, so if we do that, then Chris, would we be the Accolade starts June the 4th, so we could be in time for that then. What do you reckon?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds all good. It'll all come together in the end. It'll all come together. I've got no doubt, no doubt about it. So anyway, so thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Jamie and my son Chris. Thanks for
Thank you
coming
very
on,
much.
and we'll see you again on YouTube. And I will make sure that I try, like today, I had it set up, scheduled. I'll be doing it again for next week and for 2 more episodes of the Bad Batch Report. Absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, everyone. I'll catch you soon.
See you
Bye.
later. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.